Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Skywalker Stories. My name's Ish Singh, and I'm here joined with.
Devon Shah, and we are back. We were MIA for a little bit,
Yeah,
but it's
definitely were.
okay. It's okay. We had a break.
Yeah,
We just want to take that, man.
we just wanted to take a little break from
Yeah,
recording and stuff, and yeah, but we're back now.
we're
So
back. So, as you see in the title, it is the Star Wars ranking video. So we are done with our reviews. We are done talking about things other than Star Wars for a little bit.
yeah,
Until next Friday. Um,
yep.
So, but before we start saying each other's lists, it's gonna have a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna be saying Ish's list, and he's gonna be saying mine, because
Yeah,
I've never seen his list before until now. I still haven't seen everything on there. Same with him.
yep,
We're gonna read them one by one from worst to best. All 11 films, not including the Clone Wars animated
yeah,
movie. These are only the live action movies.
yep.
So yeah, should we get this rolling?
Let's go.
All right. You start off with my list. What is the worst film on there? What is number 11?
Well, you know it. I'm about to press it right now to see what
Yeah.
it is. Um, let's go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Number
Yeah.
11 for Devonch's list is Attack of the Clones.
Yes, it is. And now let us find out issues. Okay. It is also Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Um Now why is this the worst Star Wars movie? Well,
Kind of self-explanatory if you guys watch
it
it.
is. It had probably the worst lines in all of Star Wars, the worst acting in all of Star Wars.
Bad.
Uh Probably the most underwhelming lightsaber battle in Star Wars.
Yeah. It's just it's so
It's
bland
it's
and
bad.
boring.
It's a bad movie. Like,
Yeah, it's not enjoyable to
I
watch.
give it a 4 out of 10.
I give it a two.
You give it a 2 out of 10. I give it 4 out of 10 because Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Jango Fett is cool. But
Yeah, Camino is cool. I like Camino. The whole sequence there is pretty cool. See,
okay,
it's
yeah.
probably the best part of the movie, or maybe the
Oh, by far.
yeah.
Okay. Number 10 on Ish's list is the Phantom Menace. Ish, what is number 10 on mine?
Let's see. Okay, the Phantom Menace as well for
Okay.
Devonch.
So 2 out of 2 for both of us on
Yeah,
that.
which is
Again,
also kind of yeah.
Phantom Menace is self-explanatory. It's a bad movie. It was so it was so rushed. You could just tell how rushed it was. Like,
They had a lot of time to work on it. I mean, taking a break from Return of the Jedi, you got that up to 99, and
yeah.
then
And then what do you give us? Jar Jar Binks. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Jar Jar Binks.
I don't know, man.
I give the Phantom Menace a 5 out of 10. Ish, you give it a.
I don't even remember anymore. Like, it's
What
just such
would
a
you give
bad.
it?
I'd probably give it like a four.
Yeah, I love that final battle, bro.
Final battle does make up for most of the movie,
It
actually.
does. All right, number 9 on my list is.
Let's see. The Last Jedi.
Oh God. Okay, and number
Last
9.
Jedi.
Number 9 for you is Solo.
Yeah, it is solo.
Um. All right. First, I'll just go about the Last Jedi.
Okay.
Um. Where to start? Luke
Check our
Skywalker.
review.
Check
First
our
off.
review. That is a great video.
Yeah.
That's a great video. Um, what to say about the Last Jedi? Luke Skywalker character. So listen, I used to trash the Last Jedi. I still do. I still stick with my 5 out of 10 rating for it. But
Yeah.
I've learned to appreciate it more for what it is, because
Yeah.
this is the best of Rey we've seen, in my opinion. It's a Luke Skywalker which you thought you'd never see. Now, the hermit crab Luke, as you keep bringing it up, is stupid in my opinion. But the one part that I hate about Luke in this movie the most is that he tried to kill his nephew.
Yeah.
His nephew, right? That's that. Yeah,
Yeah. It is his nephew.
yeah.
Yeah.
With that, but see, it is a Jedi's instinct to, if you sense dark, you're gonna But like, why would you do that to you? And it's Luke. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So,
Yeah, man.
anyways, why is Solo your number nine?
Soul is my number nine because I mean, honestly, I would have also put The Last Jedi, but I think The Last Jedi, as much as I do hate it, I've learned also to appreciate it first off. But I think it's just more of a enjoyable movie than Solo, because Solo is fun somewhat, but again, a lot of the things I don't really care for.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care about it, right? And it's like Solo, they kind of made him this hero in that movie already, which he
Mhm.
wasn't supposed to be. Because when we meet him in A New Hope, he's like, this reckless, what do you call it? He's kind of just one of those like cowboy dudes who doesn't really care about anything, right? And in Solo, they kind of set him up to be like this hero, which he is supposed to become in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the things I didn't really care for in Solo. In Last Jedi, I do care because it has a lot more characters and it gave us that second movie after the Force Awakens, and just because of that, I think I just don't care. That's really it. So I
Mhm.
think that's why Solo gets it.
What do you rate Solo?
What do I rate Solo? Probably a 6 out of 10. I
Hmm.
mean, it's somewhat enjoyable, but not really.
Okay. Your number eight is The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
And what is my number eight?
your number eight is Solo. So I
Okay.
guess I guess we did a little switch.
Yeah. I'll talk about Solo now, and then you'll talk about The Last Jedi. Solo's not very well made. The performances are weak, in my opinion. We had a terrible Han Solo. Like,
Yeah,
I did not like him. Woody Harrelson is an amazing actor, but what was he doing in this movie?
yeah,
Um, man, it was just not very well made. The action sequences were cool, but like, it was not a very well written movie.
yeah.
It really wasn't. That's why I'm gonna have to stick with a 5 out of 10 again, or like a 6. But yeah. And Ish, you can talk about Last Jedi.
I had a little talk on it before, but Last Jedi. The reason this gets, I'd say, above Solo, is just for the sheer fact that
It's an
you know,
episodic form.
it is episodic. It matches up with the actual, well, you could say canon, right? I mean, so is Solo, but the actual storyline of where we went to after The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi is, I mean, it's cool. It's very low on the list. Let's say that. Like, I still don't like that movie. I hate it, right? But
It's a very strong word, but yeah, I hate it too.
yeah, it is a very strong word, but I don't like it. I don't.
What do you rate The Last Jedi?
I don't know, man. Probably like a 5.
So it's above Solo, but Solo's a 6, and Last Jedi's a
I
5.
don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay,
Like
yeah, that's fair. Okay, after that we have 7. What is my seventh?
your seventh is The Rise of Skywalker.
And your seventh is also The Rise of Skywalker. Okay, where to sit?
This list is actually pretty similar so far.
It is. We'll start off with the obvious. Oh, yo, Ish, I have some news,
Yeah.
by the way. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I
How
actually,
does that even work?
I don't know. I wasn't told.
Did
I was just
he
told.
clone himself?
I was just told somehow.
Somehow Palpatine. Where's the explanation? Where? I still don't know.
And I've seen that movie about 6 times, and I.
Like, somehow Palpatine.
Okay, now listen. I will always have some love for that movie because it is the
Yeah,
final Star Wars movie, and it had some amazing aspects to it,
yeah, it did.
like Luke lifting up the X.
Yeah,
Dude,
the callbacks.
the fan service was amazing. The duel between Rey and Kylo on Death Star 2 broken. I
That's
love
sick.
that scene. I love that scene. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's pretty sick.
Um,
Which
other than
Kylo
that,
won, by the way.
which he should have won 2 movies ago. and she should have won this one. That's how that's supposed to
That's
work.
that's how it should have worked.
Yeah.
But
Don't worry, Ray. You're still my favorite character from the sequels. We'll do that in a different video because everyone is like, how? Right? I have my reasons.
okay. All right.
Um, what is your number six? I wait. By the way, I rate the Rise of Skywalker 6.6 out of 10.
Uh, okay. That's pretty fair, I guess. Yeah.
You?
Um. Again, shoot, I don't even know. Go check our
Okay.
reviews. Our Rise of Skywalker video is very funny, I'd say.
That's
We
our funniest video. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we just dragged on about this movie.
yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Your number six is Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Mm, yeah.
Mm,
Your number six actually is Rogue One.
yeah, it is.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, after from on my list, from where Rogue One starts, I love all of these movies.
Okay.
But The Force Awakens just had something to it which made it better than Rogue One, which was Star Wars returning. That's exactly what that was.
So
Okay.
you're calling it like nostalgia, basically?
Yeah.
Okay,
Listen,
that's fair.
Rogue One gets like is amazing. Well, it's not amazing actually. It has flaws to it, but my favorite part of that movie is everyone else's favorite part of that movie, and that is Vader in the end. Right now, that scene gives it like 4 points of my rating, basically.
Right.
The acting is great of Rogue One, right? My biggest problem with it though is the second act. I cannot seem to follow up on that. Like I understand it. It's very self-explanatory, but it is just rushed, man. The second act could have been longer and it could have made the movie better.
Mm.
But I still give Rogue One an 8 out of 10. So, and why is The Force Awakens number 6 for you?
Well, for me, the sequel trilogy, it's in a row, right? And I put Force Awakens above Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, easily.
because well, it's at this spot because it set up a lot of things. First off, we get to see all these new characters. Star Wars is back. We get our like a little, I wouldn't say a little, yeah, actually a little cameo of Luke Skywalker, and we get Leia, Han again. Han dies,
Which I saw
sadly.
coming in that same scene.
Yeah, I know you can kind of tell. Um, but yeah, The Force Awakens was cool. I think it's exactly right where it's supposed to be,
Okay.
honestly.
Alrighty. Your number 5 is Rogue One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your number five is The Force Awakens.
Yeah, there we go. The
So
Force Awakens makes top 5 easily. Um, the thing about The Force Awakens is that it you can tell that it was directed by J.J. Abrams. You know a J.J. Abrams movie when you watch one. Like when you
yeah,
watch Mission Impossible 3, you're like, yeah, okay, this is J.J. Abrams. Or when you watch the Star Trek movies, this is J.J. Abrams. That was J.J. Abrams at his best. And The Force Awakens is J.J. Abrams' best movie. Change my mind. You can't. Um, Force Awakens has problems to it. Not that many, though, actually. The pacing is some of the best pacing I've ever seen in a Star Wars movie.
yeah, I agree with you on that.
The acting is impeccable. The story is short, straight to the point. The only problem I have with it is that it's way too much like A New Hope, but that's what they were
Right.
going for, right?
Yeah. Mm,
But I love The Force Awakens so much. I could watch it every day if I could. Well, I can. It's just I wouldn't. But if I had to, like if they're like, yeah, we'll give you $1 million if you watch The Force Awakens every day for 30 days. Yeah, I'll do it.
I'd do it too, man.
Like I enjoy almost every moment of that movie, but I'm still gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. It's definitely fair.
Now
Makes
listen,
tough hard for you.
the next movies for me are all 10 out of 10s. But listen, no movie is perfect, but you can still give them 10 out of 10s. That's how that
Yeah, that's how
you
it
can
works.
you can still give movies 10 out of 10s,
Yep.
but they're not perfect. No such thing as a perfect movie. So you can still give it 10 out of 10.
Happened with the Snyder cut that we reviewed. Happened with these movies right here. Happened with, well,
The
Endgame for me.
MCU,
Yeah. Happened with a lot of things. The movie can still have problems, but it's still gonna be a 10 out of 10. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
like
like,
yeah. All right, well,
your number five was Rogue One, sorry?
yeah, my number 5 is Rogue One. It's such a good movie. I mean, I think it's a better made movie than Force Awakens.
Oh,
I think so.
okay.
I think so. Um, Rogue One, I just love it so much because first off, the action sequences in this movie are great. Seeing Vader again in the theaters, oh my god, I was going crazy. I was like, what is this Vader?
Ah,
And Vader's just walking through him. Oh my god, that's one of the best
you
just
know,
lightsaber.
I've always thought that it would have been better if they never showed Vader in the trailers for Rogue One and we went to the movie and we're like, Darth
Yeah,
Vader's in this.
yeah, that'd be crazy. But still seeing that hallway scene because something's coming and the way they built up the suspense to that, it's just wow. You can see it from the rebels POV, and it's just like rest in peace. You're not
Ugh,
walking out of there alive.
yeah,
And I really like Rogue One. I think I'd give it like, yeah, probably just an 8 out of 10 though. It's not anything crazy, and I love the shock to it. It's dark ending, and Force Awakens kind of just didn't do that for me. I mean, Ray won when she should have lost, but
that's another problem. Another problem is with the Force Awakens is Kylo slicing Finn's back, but no organs come out.
right?
Like
Yes,
that doesn't make sense.
lightsaber should have just,
But again, guys, J.J. Abrams. Um.
yeah. Also, it
Okay.
wasn't R-rated or anything,
Yeah.
so
All
can't
right.
be an
Your
R-rated Star Wars
what
movie.
is my number four?
All right, you're number 4 here. Return of the Jedi. Wow.
Yeah. And your number four is A New Hope.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. Now, Return of the Jedi is the weakest in the original trilogy.
yeah,
It was still a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I love Jedi,
yeah.
but those Ewoks, man, those Ewoks are very, very, very. Have I said very too much? Annoying. Uh, the speed chase scene is too lighthearted for me because they're taking the situation like, right.
Yeah.
Like they're not being like, okay, we got to do this now. They're being like, ha ha ha. So what? Where are you going later, Leia? Stuff like that. Or
Yeah.
that's what Han must have been doing. I still love Jedi though. You know, it has an amazing final battle. I think. Um, Mark Hamill at his best as Luke, the
Yeah.
best Luke Skywalker. But I still have some problems with it about Endor and stuff like that. That's why I'm gonna give Return of the Jedi a 9.3 out of 10.
Okay.
But yeah, your
Um,
number four was A New Hope.
yeah. See, I also agree with that the Return of the Jedi is the weakest, right? But I think this is not really comparable, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I don't care. Um, it's it's kind of like Endgame, right? Where it's like it's a culmination, and this is a culmination of the two previous movies leading up
Endgame,
to it.
Endgame is more like the Rise of Skywalker, just better made.
It's true because Endgame is like more of an event, right? And this is kind of just,
It's like a theme park,
yeah,
said by the
right.
great Martin Scorsese.
And
Uh,
I mean, A New Hope is just it's it's okay, right? I really like it, but I'm not gonna put it above Return of the Jedi for me. I don't think so.
Which is fair.
Which is fair. I like the ending. I like the throne room sequence in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Okay, so you give New Hope like a 9 out of 10, I'm guessing. Or
Yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10.
okay. All right. Top three, guys.
Top three. We made it.
What is my number three?
All right. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Your number three is Revenge of the Sith.
I'm about to get flamed. How is it not your favorite? Um, yeah, Revenge of the Sith is so much fun. It is very like if you look at it as a how it's made, it is a bad movie, but like it has some really bad acting. Natalie Portman. Um, but that final lightsaber battle, man, is beautiful. Anakin's story of this, like him turning to the dark side, was so well done.
I know,
But
man.
Rots is not the best. To all the people who think Rots is the best movie, you have an opinion, but opinions can be wrong. Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. That I know why it's people. I understand why it's people's favorites, but don't go out saying that the prequel trilogy is the best just because that's your favorite. Prequel trilogy has the two worst
Movies.
movies in Star
Yeah.
Wars.
They're me and
Now,
you's both
yeah,
least
top
favorite.
two, yeah. Out of all the trilogies, the prequels have the most story
Yeah,
because
for
it
sure.
sets up the originals. So it has the most. But in my opinion, it's still the worst made trilogy because those movies are not very well made, and all
Yeah.
three of them.
Yep.
From a storyline point, they're the second best. But from a movie making point and an acting point and like everything else except storyline, they are the worst.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Right. But the whole thing about Star Wars is storyline and,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you can judge Star Wars off other things as well.
Yep.
Um, but Rots is a very good movie. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It doesn't I love it so much. It's probably one of my comfort movies, but it has a lot of problems. I may now need to go rewatch it and see how I feel about it. But yeah, Rots is my bronze.
Okay.
And your bronze is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it is.
Why is that?
Return of the Jedi, number three for me. I love it. Return of
Yeah.
the Jedi is part of the original trilogy, which is my favorite, which is probably every Star Wars fan's favorite, if I'm being honest. Um,
Lately, no.
yeah, I think Return of the Jedi. It's a lot of fun. It's a very fitting ending to the
100%
trilogy,
agree.
and seeing Vader and Luke finally clash again. Luke comes with the green lightsaber. You see Palpatine. Palpatine goes down as well. It's just it's satisfying to watch. That's really it. I mean, you could say something about the Ewoks, which I also don't like, but I think George Lucas said these movies were made for kids. And as a kid, I'd be pretty entertained
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure 24-year-olds are entertained by
as
Return of
well.
the Jedi.
Yes.
Okay. Your silver medal ish
Yeah.
goes to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Revenge of the Sith. You guys know me. I like the prequels more. The
Then.
story, then the sequels. Then the sequels.
Okay.
The Revenge of the Sith is so dark,
That's
and
that's also why I love it. But
that's why it gets number two for me. Because also you'll see with the number one, you guys probably know it by now, but it's so different. I mean, seeing Anakin actually turn to the dark side is something we never got in the sequel trilogy or the original trilogy.
well,
We
it
kind of
almost
saw it.
happened in both
It almost happened in both, but we never really
because
got to see it happen at this
in
extent.
TROS we saw Dark Ray, which
Yeah,
was really cool. And then we saw Luke
Luke in
almost.
the little Dagobah thing. And well, this one I think is just so insanely dark with the younglings recipes.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
Anakin is just going off. I
What are
love
we going to do?
I love the red eyes or the orangish eyes that they gave him,
Yeah,
and his turn to the dark side is done amazing.
it is.
Ian McDermott kills it in this movie as Palpatine.
So does Ewan McGregor, like always. Ewan
Ewan
McGregor
McGregor,
is the best actor in the prequel trilogy.
he carried the prequel trilogy,
He did.
right?
Next to
And
Sam Jackson.
and then you have both of them come to that clash at the end, which is just crazy. And then
Yeah.
Anakin becomes Vader. It just adds so much more to the storyline of the original
Especially
trilogy.
if you're watching for the first time and you watch those first, you're like, what happens
I know.
next?
It sets up so much, and I love the movie.
All right, what is my silver medal?
Your silver medal, my goes to A New Hope.
It does. Yeah.
What's A New Hope?
Um, I love A New Hope. It's the first Star Wars movie I ever watched, probably one of the first movies I ever watched. After that, uh my life probably changed after that because after that I'm like, oh, I don't like this movie, but I like this movie. My
Mhm.
opinions are really weird. Um, but the reason in New Hope is number two is not because of how it's made. It's because of the sentimental meaning it has to me. And just seeing that as a kid for the first time is like, whoa, space swords, guys with blasters. Oh my. Like,
Yeah,
if I saw it in the theater, I'd be running around.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
But yeah, I'm gonna give A New Hope a 10 out of 10. It is also one of my comfort movies. It is one of my favorites. It's one of my most favorite movies I've ever seen. Yeah. All right. Uh,
We made it.
gold medals.
Oh, by the way, just to clarify, I give Revenge of the Sith a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Gold medals.
Gold medals.
Ish, say it.
I don't even have to look at the list. I mean, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Said it before. We've talked about it before, actually.
Say it again.
The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back. The best written, the best made, the best acted, the best everything of Star Wars is in The Empire Strikes Back.
Everything.
How could you not like this movie?
This movie is
Well, guess
one
what?
of one of my favorite movies of all time.
I was on TikTok one day and I saw Star Wars ranking of live action movies without Rogue One and Solo. I saw number 9. It was The Empire Strikes Back. Scrolled up. Oh, wait. Not watching that.
We don't care for you.
Yeah. Don't watch our channel if you don't like The Empire Strikes Back. If you don't like The Empire Strikes Back, you are a disgrace to the Star Wars community. I said it.
Oh my god. Okay, all right, all right.
No, I'm
Relax.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Right.
No, I'm not. Anyways, why is The Empire Strikes Back so good? It just
Empire,
is. Like, there's your answer. It just is.
Cloud City,
Clouds.
Vader,
Vader. Luke.
so many cool planets. Hoth, following the amazing storyline of the original trilogy that they gave us in A New Hope.
And then
What they do after?
who never killed your father? Do you want to answer that?
Vader
Vader never killed your
is
father.
Luke's father.
Obi-Wan never killed your father.
What a twist! This is like one of those, like I've heard a lot of people talk about it, like the people that were actually there in the theaters, and they were like, "Man, we were losing it, right?
Yeah.
No one saw this coming. No one thought
Mark
the
Hamill
bad
had
guy."
to lie.
Yeah, and it's just
And another reason why The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite is because the Empire wins.
they win.
Empire forever. The
The
greatest.
the light side loses in this one actually, which is why it's so well made.
It's like watching Infinity War.
Think so?
Yeah, because in Empire, I was cheering for the Empire. and you expected them to win after I Am Your Father, right?
Yeah.
But Infinity War, I was cheering for the Avengers. I always cheer for the Avengers, right? But I always cheer for the Empire. It's weird. But Infinity War, who thought Thanos was gonna win?
I did. I
Well,
mean,
people saw it coming. Some people like me did not see it coming. But there was a part two, so they had to add to it. So obviously it made sense. When he got 3 stones, I'm like, oh no.
yeah.
All right.
I could imagine watching Infinity War without knowing that there were going to be two parts, because I knew there was going to be two parts. So I was like, okay, something bad is definitely going to happen, and they're going to have to make up for it.
Yeah. You know what would have been cool? If they released Ant-Man and the Wasp before and the post-credit scene was the same of them getting dusted away, and then you watch Infinity War and you're like, what?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But back
Anyways,
to the Empire.
um, Empire Strikes Back is the best.
Strikes Back's the best.
It's not a question. It's not an opinion. It's a
It's a
fact.
fact.
Because most lists that you see with number one is what movie?
The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back. You can have your own opinion. You can say it's not number one, but guess what? It'll damn sure make two or three.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. It is the best space movie I've ever watched. It'll continue to stay like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. All
There
right.
it is.
Does that wrap us?
That does wrap us for today's episode.
All right, we're gonna upload more consistently this time, guys. We might give you a
Yeah.
video sooner than expected.
Yeah.
All right, sign us off.
All right. Well, thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. We say it every single time, and we'll continue to say it every single time. Actually, if you guys agree
Always
with
remember.
us, let us know.
Yeah.
If you guys don't agree with us, also let us know.
Yeah, let us give us your list in the comments.
Yeah, you guys
Give us
drop
your
your
list.
list. We'll send a reply to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll say valid or unvalid. Just kidding. You don't need our validation.
Yeah. We don't need ours, and we don't need yours either.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, always remember, Empire's the best. We'll
Yep.
catch you later. This
right.
has been Skywalker Stories.